Hello, once again, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am John Thomas once again with a new podcast. It's called Beans, Leaves, and Greens, and this is the first episode. So let's see how this goes. I had somebody lined up, a cigar entrepreneur, but something fell and we had to reschedule. So I was like, now do I do solo or do I do, just say what this podcast is about. It's basically about, it says strictly in the category, in the title. If beans, coffee, if you like coffee, you're in the right spot. If you like cigars, you're in the right spot. And if you like golf, your greens, you're good to go. Many people don't hit greens and all that. Everybody hits shanks in the woods and all that. But as all, I was like, you know what? Let me reach out to a dear friend of mine whose package I got in the mail, which is belated birthday, but still, it was distinguished. It was pretty good. So I decided to reach out, and she's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I got to drop off this car. I got to drop off this 2025 Porsche and all that. And yeah, I'll be happy to join you. It is, as always, the friends of the show. She's been on the JT project, which is mine, the TFP project, which is also mine, and also she's on this podcast, the Beans, Leaves, and Greens. It is Stacy Lee from Michigan. She is the chicken lady of all chicken ladies. She is, I don't know what she is. She is fun to be around. How are you doing, darling?
Thanks, Casey. I'm doing great. Um,
As she's sucking
yeah,
down a chicken sandwich.
I am. I'm stuffing my face. I just got off of work, hauling cars around, hauling that. What was that? A 2025 Porsche.
Yeah,
One
2025
of
Porsche.
these days. One of these days. I hope
Maybe
so.
you or the lovely beard might have a 2025 Porsche. But most likely he'll probably like strip it down and trick it out.
Probably. Probably. It's his forte for
So
sure.
what is going on with you? I mean, you've been an Amazon driver, you've been a ship person, you've been like an Amazon driver. Then the last time we checked in with you, you were doing Amazon.
I was.
So so what made you go to what is it, Carvana?
Carvana. Yeah, I am. Well, Amazon. If you let them work you to death, they'll do it. Um, but I was working their flex program, and it's
Hmm.
it's not bad. You can pick your own schedule. You can select whatever offers that they give you for picking up a big bunch of packages in your own car and going and delivering them. But it just wasn't consistent enough, and my old ass's knees can't handle getting in and out of the big, huge truck 300 some odd times a day to deliver packages all day. So I decided to look for something different, and I found an ad on Indeed for a customer advocate for Carvana, and I thought, I don't even know what that means. So I applied, and now I am one of the very, very few female car haulers
Oh,
for
nice.
Carvana. So it's definitely interesting. It, I don't know how, and it's funny because I don't know how many old ladies I've had say, well, who's going to load that car for you? And their husbands behind them, like rolling their eyes, like, oh my gosh, dear, she's got a truck outside. Did you see her pull up? So it's very empowering. It's definitely a male kind of dominated position, but I love it. And I can load my cars a little bit better than some of the guys on my team, actually.
Well, you are a car enthusiastic because you
I
and your
am.
and your can we say husband?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
ish. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I got my
You
family
got the
ring. Yeah,
yeah.
I got my rings now. So.
Hey, don't feel bad. Me and Gail have been married for 5 years and we don't have a wedding band.
He doesn't either. And these are actually the silicone ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, and I love them. Like silicone,
I'm
like a watch.
thinking about getting, yeah, I was thinking about
Yeah,
getting silicone bands. I was always looking for that and all that. So
they're not bad. So yeah,
so we
but
know
yeah.
that you're a chicken person. You're we call you the chicken lady and the boss lady. So how are the chickies doing?
They're doing pretty good. They're all still alive and kicking, so that's always good. And then they're all starting to lay eggs a little bit more.
Ah,
And I
okay.
think they're gonna get an upgraded chicken coop.
Mm,
Not anytime relatively soon because I have a completely unplanned trip to take this weekend to
okay.
Denver. But hopefully after that, at some point in time, they will get their new upgraded chicken coop. So
Are you you're not driving to Denver, right?
no, I'm flying. I got super
Okay.
cheap tickets to fly out to Denver, so that was
Uh,
nice. Yay! Yeah.
that's good. That's good. So basically what has been going on with you besides doing Carvana and that? Are you doing any projects or anything like that?
Not at the moment. Um, I'm just now getting through an 18-year-old birthday this last week. The beard's birthday is tomorrow.
As she's checking her
No,
watch.
it's Thursday. It's Thursday. His birthday is Thursday.
Uh,
And then no, it's just been chaos lately, and
yeah.
work is a lot, but it's a lot of fun. But other than that, I am on my way to venture into something different, and I need to put something together because I need to get a new project of some kind going so that I don't lose my complete sanity lately.
Right.
So I'm trying to put something together still, and I'm trying to think outside of my normal box.
Ah, okay, I
So
got it.
yeah.
So is it something can we say it on what you're looking to do or
Um,
it's in the pocket right now, you don't want to spew it.
it's honestly it's in the pocket, but it's also like buried in my pocket, so I'm not 100% sure what's all in there.
Uh,
So I'm not 100% sure exactly what direction I'm going with what, and I'll come up with it. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be spending some time with one of my a couple of my really good friends this weekend. So I'm hoping to get a couple of ideas off of one of them to bounce back and forth and see what I can come up with. But um, yeah, I want to start doing something every day, just a
that's
little something. And I'm trying to decide if I want to jump back on the social media bandwagon
yeah.
for videos and stuff.
That, that's what I was leaning in towards, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what you wanted to say or anything like that. So we'll keep that on the back burner for now. Um, so everybody, well, not everybody knows anybody who listens to TFP with me and Mr. Rick. Um, I got sideswiped with my son in the car because it was a nice day. So I decided, you know what? Let's go to the driving range. So of course, go to the driving range. So this truck, which is a commercial truck, didn't see me coming and merged right into me. So basically, one thing led to another. I had to get an injury lawyer. I'm in therapy, not physical therapy. I should go into mental therapy, but that's beside. My wife says that all the time. Um, so anyway, so one day I decide I go to therapy and all that. I come back. I'm getting ready to go to work. As I'm walking to the house, I see two packages that is sitting right outside my door. And I'm like, oh, one had, one had, it was a brown box. I didn't even see my name on it. I was like, what the hell? And then, of course, one of them was Gail's name. Go figure, she has another package. This time wasn't from Color Strick. What a shock. Um, So I go look and I see your address. I mean, Portridge, Michigan, and all that. So I was like, "Oh, Stacy, she was right. She sent this. She said she was going to send me something." So it was a box. So I go and I open it up. I'm still waiting for the Montana coffee mug, which I didn't get yet. But that's for another story. But anyway, squirrel. Um, so I open it up. I'm looking at it. I got, I get, first I get a nice card from you and the beard and all that. I was like, did the beard write that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She
So,
did.
I showed it to my wife. My wife's like, distinguished. I was like, okay, whatever. So I open up. She gets me, now everybody knows I love my socks. So Miss Stacy Lee gets me a pair of three pairs of socks, one that has Oscar the Grouch. To tell you the truth, that is the third pair I got of the same one. That's strange. I was like, whatever. I was like, okay, maybe somebody's telling me to like more of the Oscar the Grouch. Um, Olaf and S'mores, which Olaf, I was like, oh, wow, this is cool and all that. Now, the funny thing is, I don't know if you heard this on other podcasts that I do or something else. So you got two cigars from Wild Bill. So I see the package. I'm like, Wild Bill. I was like, my wife's like, yeah, it's probably two cigars that you don't really smoke or whatever. I was like, listen, it's a cigar. She picked them out. I'm not gonna say anything. As soon as I saw these two cigars, I I was like, how the fuck do you know this? Okay. One was called the Knuckle Buster, which I've been talking about. Okay. Short story. We're gonna take a little side road here. I bought like my birthday was February 20th. On the 23rd, we decided to go to J&R Factory, Monte Cristo in Whippany, New Jersey. So I bought a whole bunch of them, and I bought two cigars called Knuckle Busters, which I like. And then when I go down to Virginia, when on our way to go see Mr. Rick down in North Carolina, I see these two cigars. That's the only place I can find them. So for you to get me that cigar, I was like, oh shit, she got me a Knuckle Buster. I flipped out. I was like, she must have heard something somewhere that I like this cigar. And then another one is called Chilling Moose. Now, that cigar I will buy anywhere I go. I'll go to Wild Bill's. I bought that one. When I went to Green Bay, I bought that one. When I went to somewhere else, I bought that one. That's like a traveling cigar and all that. For you to buy that one, I was like, how the hell does she knows this shit? Unless, did you ask any a tobacconist for help, or you just decided to pick it up?
So I remember the moose one. And here's me walking into a cigar shop. Okay. Hey, so I have a friend. He's from Jersey. He likes cigars. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure the name of the cigar had a moose in it. And she was like, follow me. She was like, it's this one. I'm like, yes. And then I was like, well, can you pick out one that is similar that he would probably like? And that's when she went over and she was like, he'll like this one. And so
Yeah.
she picked out the Knuckle Buster one for me. So that one I can't take fame for, but I remember the moose name.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
From like a long time ago. I think I remember maybe shortly after you took the Michigan, Wisconsin trip. I think it was shortly after that. I remember you saying something about it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put that one in the back of my head. But
Wow.
Shelby from Wild Bill's on Westnedge in Portage, or Kalamazoo, whatever, was amazing. So she set me all up.
I
So,
was like, wow.
yeah.
I was like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when I saw Wild Bill, I was like, yo, once I saw those, I was like, what the hell did she buy me? that knuckle buster that you bought me was a uh it was a little bit bigger than what I usually smoke, but I was
Mhm.
like, that's fine. That's no problem. That'll be a cigar that, I can have one. I have ones that like I'm more of a like 5 inch, like 6 inch type person, whatever. So I was like, wow, for her to pick that up is like beyond and whatever. I was like, wow, she nailed that right on the head. Now, since I like knuckle busters, there's two cigars that I bought when I was over in J&R called the Knuckle Sandwich. I
Oh,
haven't I haven't smoked it yet. I'm trying to save them for when I go down to whatchamacallit, when I go down to see Mr. Rick.
oh, cool.
I'm looking. Maybe I'll stick them back in the humidor so I don't smoke them or whatever. But I spent and the funny thing is that uh with these cigars that when I went to J&R, my wife is like, yeah, we'll go to J&R and then you have anywhere from $70 to $100. And that's what I'm paying. Anything more than that, you'll have to pay. I'm like $100 in cigars. I bought 14 cigars. I bought
Wow.
14 cigars.
How
It
much was
came
that?
it came out to $179. It was like I was like I thought he said 79. I didn't hear the one in front of it.
Oh,
So my wife is like, it's 179. I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, we went to Texas Roadhouse. We paid, she bought me dinner and all that. And then we went to, I don't know if you have a place called Duck Donuts.
I don't think so. But I don't know.
It's, it's like different types of donuts. Like, you can get an Oreo
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
donut. So I got some of those, and it's like, yeah, yeah, okay, fine, no problem, right? And then we went home and whatever else and all that other stuff. But yeah, I still can't. I'm still amazed to this day that you nailed those two cigars. I was like, I was like, whatever. And my wife is like, maybe she. I was like, don't be upset if it's cigars that you don't smoke. I was like, listen, I'm gonna smoke them anyway. I was like, and first of all, it was Wild Bill, and I know that they have quality cigars right there. And I was like, at first, I was like, okay, their cigars are top notch. And I was like, when I opened it up and I saw those two cigars, my wife is like, how did she know? I was like, I have no idea. Unless she kept it in the back of her brain. She put it in her little filing cabinet in the back of her brain and she kept it. She must have heard something. So that was funny. So yeah, that was insane and all that. So we're as we're talking and all that, are you going back into the car racing thing? Are you,
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm part of the committee for the auto group that puts them on now.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So yeah, our first one starts in May, and then I
Right.
think we have the rest of them are in July, August, and September.
Ah, okay, I
So
gotcha.
yeah, and
So,
then in June, heading out to Montana for a couple of weeks to
so
replace the motor in this.
so explain to everybody that's listening and all that on now you drive between they set a course up and you go through these cones and all that. If you hit a cone, you get like certain time added on. So
Uh-huh.
explain to the people on the art of if someone want to get into it, what is like how, what's the premise of this? I mean, like how does it work? I was like, the art of this road course.
Um, so yeah, it's all set up in a giant parking lot for the most part. And then we have a course designer, Pete. He's actually the president of our auto group, but he designs the course. And then the night before, we get it all set up, and the cones are set up so that you have to read them properly. So some of them are directional cones, some of them are just guider cones, some of them are like gates that you have to go through. And every time you do hit a cone, if it we go around the course and we outline the box that's on the bottom of a cone. And if you hit the cone and it bounces out of that box, you get 2 points, which I believe is 2 seconds added to your time.
Oh, okay.
If it doesn't leave the box, if it just moves and it just sits in the box, still you don't get any points.
Oh,
You're
okay.
still good to go. So, but that's kind of how it goes. And you have to walk the course. You have to learn what direction to go. And then usually we get anywhere from 3 runs to 7 runs, depending on how many people enter, how long it takes to do the course, that sort of thing. But it's a lot of fun. And we have new people who've never done it, who show up every year. They get a crash course on how to read cones, and some of them hit all of the cones, and some of them don't, and some don't come back, and some of them will have come back the last couple of years. So it depends, but it's a lot of fun.
So I mean, obviously you guys now, what type of protection do you guys use while driving?
You have to have a racing grade helmet.
Okay.
And then you have to make sure your seatbelts, and that's pretty much it. As long as you have a helmet on and you have your seatbelt on and you keep your arms and hands and everything inside of the vehicle while it's moving, you're good to go.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you don't need a roll cage. You don't need a 3-point harness. It's like not really NASCAR or anything like that.
Nope, it's not. Yeah, we usually don't get out of second gear for the most part. So yeah, we don't go. I mean, there's one that we get up to about 80 miles per hour on the back stretch of one, but that's the fastest we ever go.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just a long straightaway. Because of how the parking lot works, and it's actually the camping parking lot of our 131 Motor Speedway that holds all of the huge dragster events. They let us use the camping parking lot kind of like columns.
Right.
And so we have to do it on the columns and not get on the dirt, which I accidentally went on their dirt this last year. but my man, it grew back. It's fine. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you can have a co-pilot with you as long as they're wearing a helmet and have their seatbelt on. So anybody can come as long as they sign the waiver and they're wearing a helmet. They can ride.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's super cool.
I was talking to Sweet Pea. I was like, we gotta get back out again. We gotta get out when it's warm, not when it's freaking cold out, because JT wants to go play a couple of courses out there. But yeah, I definitely want to get out there. Also, starting was it next Tuesday is the first grand opening, not the grand opening, but it's the first day of opening day for my golf course over by me. So I'm like, I'm so jacked, and I'm off and Gail's off. So guess what we're gonna fucking do? She goes, I gotta I was like, you son of a bitch, I don't like you. Hopefully my car will be ready by then, but that's besides the point. So I got a rental. I don't know what year it is. It's a Jeep Wrangler Sahara.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is fucking huge, and it's a hybrid. So when I'm driving it, I'm just like, yeah, okay. Oh my God, I gotta tell you the story. She's gonna kill me. You had to see her trying to get into this truck. It was hilarious. I'm thinking, the first time I picked her up at the bus stop, she used both hands on the handle and she pulled herself up, no problem. This one, oh my God, she would, I swear to God, I should have videotaped it. I was like, are you having trouble trying to get up? And she's like, she's got one leg up, she's losing her balance and all that. She tried backwards, she tried forward, she tried this, she tried that. Oh my God, it was fucking hilarious. I was like, I was on the verge of getting out of the truck and just boosting her up.
Oh.
Because there's no runners. That's
Oh,
the thing. There's no
yeah.
run.
Those things need
So,
those.
you know,
They're so hard to get into.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I test drove that once before, and I really wasn't that much of a fan. But this is a rental. I'm not. And my son's like, oh, see if you could buy it out. I was like, I'm not buying that truck. There is no way in hell I'm buying that truck. All that. So yeah, that's crazy. So what I want to bring back, I mean, this is the first episode. I'm trying things out and all that. I want to play a game with you. Me and Mr. Rick do it and all that. And I thought it was funny. And it's top five. Now, top five, we could pick anything, really. So today's pick, since you're in a Wendy's parking lot, I'm gonna choose. We're gonna do top five, top five fast food joints, which can be anything or anything like that, but the one stipulation is that when you pick something or I pick something, we can't pick the same thing.
Okay.
So since you are the first guest of this wonderful podcast, hopefully it'll go on forever as my other podcasts do. You got the honors.
Okay. I think I'm going to surprise you a little bit. I'm actually going to go with Taco Time from Montana
Oh,
as my
top.
as my number. Are we starting at five or should we start at one? Like, do you want to start?
We're gonna do top five, so your
Do
first
top
pick would
five.
be Taco
Okay.
Time.
Okay. That's my first one. Yes. Their crispy
Okay.
bean burritos are amazing.
Wow. Okay. Now I'll see your Taco Time, and my first pick, I just had it today because my landlord had to come by. Um, so I'm gonna go with Taco Bell.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Um,
What would be your second pick?
okay. My second one. Oh, I think I'm going to go with the Wendy's.
Oh,
I just
okay.
had that today. Actually, well, I was eating it while we were.
I thought that was going to be your first pick, but that's a
I
solid.
know.
Okay,
It's solid.
okay. Since we're staying on Wendy's, what's your favorite sandwich?
Oh, the ranch. Is it Asiago ranch crispy sandwich? Is it ranch? I think it's Asia. It's like cheese and ranch. Where's my receipt?
Nice.
Yeah, it's the Asiago one. It's so good.
Yeah,
You get it crisp, like you get it home style,
yeah.
and but you got to take the bottom part of the bun off. Like it's pointless. It doesn't have sauce on it. It's just sitting underneath your chicken patty, just wasting space and adding too many calories. I can't finish the sandwich if I eat that damn bun, so I take it home and I feed it to my chicken.
Oh, why don't you just give it to your dog? Give
I
it
don't
to
know.
your
My dog? Oh,
Yeah.
God. I probably have a heart attack. He's getting old.
He's
That
getting
dog is, oh my gosh, that dog is 12, and I forgot that it was his birthday last month. I'm such a dick.
So did he
Sorry,
give
Jack.
you the stink eye? It's like, you forgot my birthday.
That's why he's been giving me the stink eye.
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, you got Wendy's. I'm gonna try. Okay, my second pick. Let's see. We're gonna go with. Give me a. Let's see. We did. You picked Wendy's. We'll go with. Let's go with Burger King.
Burger King. Cool. All right, best sandwich from Burger King.
I'm going to go with. Oh man, I haven't had Burger King in a while. I'm gonna go with the bacon cheeseburger. I don't know. Do they make a double cheeseburger?
I would not be surprised,
No, I
but
think.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll go with Burger King at number two.
All right, so I got number three. I'm gonna go with another off the wall one, and it's Mexican. I love Mexican food.
Ooh.
It's called Crazy King Burrito.
That sounds like something like a food truck. A food
I,
truck
you know,
type.
it was based off of so I got to meet like the one of the owners because me and Nick always go and pick up a burrito from Crazy King Burrito because we were looking for a Taco John in the area. We couldn't find one, so we found this place. So we went, and their burritos are like they're they're like a baby leg size burrito. Like they're these huge burrito, like Chipotle, but they are so stinking good. Like they have some of them have like shrimp, like
Oh, okay.
really good flavored shrimp. They season it really good. It's got they've got one that has like potatoes and like crispy chicken and
Wow.
rice and like it's so good. Like they're so good. I love them. And then they have their basic bean and cheese burritos. Like all of them are delicious. They're just
Wow.
really good, and they know how to wrap them really, really tight, and then they can keep them and press them so that they don't fold open.
Oh, okay.
So there's
I
perfect little tortilla that and it doesn't leak like at all. Like you can eat the whole thing and it doesn't leak anywhere.
wow.
So
Oh,
it's so good. Yeah. The guy, I think it was based out of, oh gosh, some tropical place. I want to say Costumel.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's Costumel because they used to go there to go like diving. And there was a restaurant there that made these amazing burritos. So he was like, we need to bring that back and make a restaurant chain out of that. And they did.
Oh,
And it's amazing. Yeah.
wow.
So Crazy King Burrito.
Yeah, I think I either you said that or another person said that. I've heard that name once before. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so my third pick, I was gonna save this for my last one, but I'm gonna go with I've had it when I went to Green Bay, Culver's.
Culver's. Oh, you stole my cheese curds.
Oh, now, okay. Now, we never heard of Culver's until we went there.
Oh,
And
wow.
our friend Melissa was like, I'm gonna take you to this place and whatever. I wound up getting a double cheeseburger, pub burger, or something like that with a pretzel bun, a
Mm-hmm.
concrete sundae, cheese
Mm-hmm.
fries, and cheese curds. I ate the whole freaking thing. Her friend Melissa thought I was gonna explode. She goes, "Where do you put it all?" I was like, don't worry about that." I was like, "I think Gail will find out later." But that's after dark shit. But yeah, Clovis is that place is like if I go back to Green Bay, I'm gonna have to try to find myself another Culver's.
Culver's is amazing. I actually stop at one in Wayland on the way home every once in a while. Like if I don't go to Wendy's here, I will go to Culver's on my way home.
Wow.
and I will
Okay.
eat it on the way home so nobody knows that I had cheese curds.
I hear you. I hear you. So, what are we up to? Your third
Okay.
pick.
Let's see. Oh gosh, he's still Culver.
Sorry.
Um,
I'll keep the other
let's
two simple.
like, hmm, hmm. Let's see. Oh no, this is my fourth, right? No, this is third. This is third.
No, this is your
Because I
third
went with
one.
Taco Time, and then
Oh,
I
wait.
had
You had Taco Time. You had King
Taco
Burrito.
Time, Crazy King Burrito.
No,
Oh,
this is
before that I had
your,
Wendy's.
yeah,
Wendy's,
this
and
is
then
your
Crazy King. So this will be number four.
four.
Number
Right.
four. Okay. So I have two more left. Um, I'm looking around me like I'm gonna see something. Um, man, I want to go. Okay, so I'm gonna go with McDonald's, and the only reason I'm really going with it has nothing to do with their burgers whatsoever. It
Right.
has to do with their breakfast
Oh,
sandwiches
okay. All right.
because I
I
love
got
their breakfast. Like that's like the bomb thing. Like me and my dad, our favorite thing is to go get what is it? Sausage egg McMuffins with cheese and
Ah,
those
okay.
hash brown patties. That's it. That's it. That's perfect.
Yeah, because I remember when I was a kid, we had the breakfast that came in the styrofoam that we would get the pancakes and the
Yeah,
sausage and I
yeah.
think the eggs and all that.
Mhm.
So I've gone to a McDonald's recently, like maybe I would say like 2 months ago or three
Mhm.
months ago or something like that. And they they lost me. They lost me.
Yeah.
I used to be a
Yeah.
big double quarter pounder guy, and I mean, their chicken nuggets and I was like, no, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
tapping out. I'm tapping
Yeah.
out for that.
It's
If
gotten
I,
way too. It's either dry or it's like flat as a pancake. It just it
right,
lost its flavor. Like it doesn't taste like
yeah.
McDonald's.
They got too commercial and whatever. I don't know. They changed everything up. Even the place itself, I was like, I didn't like it, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
So my fourth pick would be, and this is a you probably have this by you, and my wife never had this. I've had it recently, and I usually get it when I go down to go see Mr. Rick. Give me a Bojangles. Okay. Do you know
Never had it.
Popeyes? I mean, my wife is like, we stopped at going down. We stop in Virginia, and we get our little coffee stop, and she's like, and there was a Bojangles over there. She goes, "What's a Bojangles?" I was like, "It's Popeyes on steroids." Basically you get, I mean, it's like if Popeyes and KFC had a baby, it would be Bojangles.
Ah, okay. Okay. I
They're
can get down with
they're they're hooked on Southern fried chicken. It is fucking amazing. And side note, I mean, this is not in my top five and all that. When we go down, that's one thing Gail can do. She'll pick a hotel, and right next door is a Dunkin' Donuts. Across the street is another coffee stop. Down the block is a Waffle House and a Bojangles, and there's a Little Caesars. I was like, how can you not?
it. Well, I forgot about those pieces. Yeah, they're not my favorite.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm gonna have to experience the Bojangles thing. I'm
Yeah.
not. So I'm not sold on Chick-fil-A.
I never had Chick-fil-A and never
I'm
would.
not a fan. I'm not a huge fan. Like their chicken sandwiches are like a biscuit with a chicken like
So it's mixed.
tender thing on it. Yeah, and they're so
Yeah.
it's like pie. It's like so not my thing.
So
Okay.
what would be your final pick?
Um. Um. I don't know if this is considered. Yeah, I mean it is. It's considered fast food because they have a drive up. I'm going with. Firehouse sub.
Ooh, okay. No one actually pointed that out. Yes.
So good. I love their biscuit, their brisket and is it brisket and cheese?
Oh,
However they
really?
whatever that one's worded, but it's brisket and it's this delicious sauce and it's got this cheese on it and it's just glorious, just amazing. And actually just had their French dip the other day that they're offering right now. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So that's
Yeah.
me and Nick's like go to if we want a nice warm sandwich.
Yeah, I
Love
hear you.
Firehouse.
Okay. My fifth pick, I'm gonna go simple. I've had this when I go into my drunken stupor when I used to be drinking and all that. Give me an old-fashioned White Castle.
White Castle.
That
Never
is,
had it before either.
you never had White Castle? Really? Wow.
Nope. Nope. I'm pretty sure there's one right around here in Grand Rapids somewhere, but I've never had it. And I don't even think I've had like the frozen rendition of it, which I've been told that that's garbage and never tried
Yeah,
it. But
you gotta get the real.
it's terrible. Yeah, yeah. But no,
I
I
have,
haven't had that either. Oh,
yeah, you gotta have a. They also have ones out there, crystals, which is like White Castle. That's another form of White Castle. I never had it. That's more out west.
oh, okay.
So I really don't know. I haven't had those, but I haven't had a White Castle that, I've had many of times where I've been drinking and, as we're coming home from the shore, like from Point Pleasant or Seaside, me and the wife, we wind up getting a case of White Castle hamburgers and all that.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's you know it's crazy. So
Ugh.
we're at the time where you know, so Miss Stacy Lee, Miss Boss Lady, as you are recognized by me and Mr. Rick and anybody else. Um, what is going on in the world of Stacy Lee right now?
um. Well, gosh, let's see. Honestly, and not to put like a weird damper on anything, because I'm doing really good. I'm doing much better. But I have so actually I think I don't know if anybody has remembered from radio, but Heather used to help us out with radio stuff a
Mm,
lot back in the day. She unfortunately had a brain aneurysm
hmm
and is in the hospital. She's doing good. She's staying steady. So she's in there somewhere doing things and making things happen. And I am currently, I think, and I'm afraid to look, I just decided to post. Everybody send me pictures so I can put together a collage for her. And I think I made a diary because I think I have probably 50 or 60 photos in private messages to look over, but I'm trying to come up with this really cool idea for a collage with like, I don't know how many fucking pictures. I'm probably going to go broke just buying these pictures and printing them. Actually, no, I'm probably just going to go to Walmart and get them printed. But I was trying to think of a really cool way to display them that has to do with airplanes.
Mm.
And because she works for Southwest and she
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I
yeah
got it.
So she
Yes.
wanted, I mean, she wants or wanted, I'm not sure how to word it. She wanted to be a pilot. She was about to go into flight training, become a pilot.
Right. Right.
And so I'm trying to come up with a really cool way to display these pictures. I'm afraid of how many I'm going to have by the time I get home to print,
Wow.
but
Okay.
but I'm kind of
Nice.
excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's kind of been, I don't know, it's kind of engulfed my sheer existence at this moment in my life. But um, yeah, that's like one big thing that I'm working on at the moment. Um, and then after that, I really want to start. I kind of want to get into video,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like a video diary
Right. Right.
of
Right. Right.
sorts. So that's kind of where I was going with that. Um, and I just need to come up with the idea and the flow, or I just need to start to like just do it and just see what
I
happens.
have a this is a ball. I'm just gonna throw this out here. I know we've talked, and you want to start another podcast, and you want to see on what you're going, and you don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as I'm thinking about it, you like every time I see you on pictures and all that, you're always doing some type of craft and all that.
Yes.
So do a video blog on what you're crafting. You could start a podcast or a mini series on crafting and what you do, or listen, invite other people that do crafting and all that, or something like that, or
Mm-hmm.
like the build stuff or developer. I mean, just you can have somebody out there that just does Afghans or, knits and something like that, and they make these ridiculous things and all that. You could do like that because over the past couple of years that we've known each other, you've done bedazzling, you've done all these things, and you sent me a couple of things, and I'm like, this is incredible. I was like, how does she have time and all that? It's like me and my podcast. My wife, Gail is telling me, I was like, oh, I'm thinking about starting another podcast. I was like, you're biting off more than you can chew. I was like, I got to do something. I got to fill the void that I
Mm-hmm.
do and all that. Now, we usually on TFP, me and Mr. Rick, we usually record on Tuesdays, but since he's a front man from a band called Splinter Reality, he's in Florida right now because that's one of his birthday trips. We're not recording this week, so I'm like, I gotta find something. I'm off on Tuesdays. There's no golf. I'm like, it's like it's getting a little bit warmer, so hopefully I'll be out on the range soon. So Tuesdays is like a free day for me. I was like, what do I
Mm-hmm.
do? She's at work. She'll be coming home in about 8 more minutes. So
Nice.
whatchamacallit? Oh, she's happy that you got your color streak package finally.
Yeah.
I don't
Did,
know.
did
What's
I send her,
post
did I send her
office?
pictures of it? I don't know if I sent her pictures of it. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
I
you
did.
did.
I don't think I did. Yeah. You should, I need a little capuchin monkey on my shoulder that tells me what I need to do and what I've already done and what I haven't done. That's what I need.
Yeah. I tell my wife all the time. And I was like, Tuesdays is the only day, like during the week, that, I go to the dollar store, I do this, I do that, I crack my car, I get into car accidents, everything is done on a Tuesday. I'm, like, my DWI happened on a Tuesday. I crashed my car. I got sideswiped on a Tuesday. I go meet the lawyer on a Tuesday. I got therapy tomorrow morning, and then I go back to work. So that being said, I was like, where can they find? I was like, do you have any socials? Do you want you know, what do you got going on? Is anything?
I don't have anything that I'm really fab about, like that I actually want to just pick up and run with. I am thinking of, I like the mini series idea though. I really like that idea, the mini series idea. But I'm trying, so here's my biggest thing. I don't know if I want to create another page for this or if I want to just create my own entity or use my own page and then use that as my big distributing thing, you know, like I don't know what I want to do because I feel like I'm going to be doing a few different directions. Like I might be doing the cars thing. I was thinking of starting one actually this summer with racing and then covering me and my dad redoing the motor in my car, like that old, you know, father-son project, but it's not because it's me and my dad, but it is. Like, I want to do that whole, like, building an engine with your dad type of a thing this summer. So that's my only, my only hang-up. Like, do I create something that's like Madame Stacy's two-sewed wax museum type of, like, do I just go with me and, like, come up with my persona and then stem off of that and have my podcast mini series and then name the mini series like crafting with a psychopath or you know, making Afghans or you know, like knitting dick pouches or whatever I want to come up with. Like that would be a TFP thing. I think I could probably I could be a guest
moderator.
Yeah, I could be a guest person on one of those and be like, hey, you guys have to check out my ball sacks. Like
yeah, that it keeps your balls warm and all that. That would be perfect.
So that's what I'm thinking. And it's going in different directions with it. It would be so much fun. Like, yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, that is something that you could try and all that. I'm trying other things as well. You know, I started now with now when we had unrestricted radio, I had the dog pound page. The dog, I changed that up and I put dog pound fans or something like that, or something like that. So it'd be a little bit easier. I was like, I still have the page up and I still have a lot of people still on there. Not as much of my coffee page, but that's besides the point. Before we go, what's your go-to coffee?
Ooh, okay, you're gonna call me crazy, but I am in absolute love with, and I use both, but I was at Target one day, and I saw that Starbucks was making a lavender vanilla coffee pod. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to my oldest daughter. I said, do you think that this is just something I like? Do you think this is going to be good? Or do you think this is going to be one of those, I probably shouldn't have invested in that? She was like, it's probably something you don't want to invest in. I'm like, okay. So a week or two goes by. Target comes out with their own rendition of lavender vanilla pods. And I'm like, oh, half price. Yes, I'll do that. So I bought those. And I fell in love with lavender in my coffee.
Really?
It is super weird. You have to have a palate that can accept that kind of thing into your coffee, but it is so good. And I also bought the Starbucks they've made the lavender vanilla coffee creamer. That you can use in any, but I use that with Stock, STOK.
Okay.
You know, the bottles of the iced coffee.
Yeah, I got you.
I can't drink my coffee fast enough doing my job to keep it warm. Like I have one cup, like this mug will keep my coffee decent, but I can't dig warm coffee. It's not my thing. I'd rather drink cold coffee at that point. But it is so great. That's like my go-to thing right now is lavender, vanilla. And I actually just recently bought lavender syrup from a major awesome market that I might cover in a video eventually.
Right.
So look out for that. It was amazing. So that's my go-to right now is the lavender bad of
Wow,
coffee.
that's kind of
Yeah.
cool. I'll have to
Yeah. I
pass
wasn't
that.
expecting it at all. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So, I have I'm a big Dunkins person. I like
mhm.
my Dunkins. I get Dunkin' when I'm going to work and all that. But coffee pods, now when I took up golf, I found this coffee company that's for golf. It's called was it Good Walk Coffee. So I got their dark roast morning blend. So it's pretty good. I was like, I like it. I drink it all the time. I got a subscription and whatever. It should be coming when I'm running out of coffee and whatever. It's always like I'm finishing the box and the other box is coming in. It's a
Nice.
pod. It's like 12 pods and all that. So which is
Mhm.
fine. Um, and then now coming on Friday, I have three coffee companies, one from St. Paul, Minnesota. I saw another coffee brand. I was like, you know what? Let me try these three and see because your boy, of course, he wants more on his plate, is developing. I'm reaching out to certain companies to see if they would do a coffee collab with me. Like
Nice.
I would start my own coffee brand because now I have to get a coffee roaster and all that. So I'm gonna see about that and whatever. That's like a goal of mine. That's that's coming up soon. I'm trying
Nice.
to get like once I get something in the brain, once I'm there and my wife sees it, it's like nonstop, 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 nonstop. I was like, I don't stop or whatever. So as that being said. So basically, that's it, guys. I was like, I like to thank Stacey Lee for joining me on this. I don't know. Well, episode one of this crazy podcast. Well, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to be a weekly thing, a bi-weekly thing, a monthly thing. I don't know. But you could follow me again on JT Project where I interview local bands and all that. Standing dormant right now, but things wheels are turning and all that. You can also catch me on TFP and all that. Uh, when we record the next this week we're not recording because Mr. Rick is in again he's out finding Sasquatch and the abominable snowman, but hopefully he can find something. He's chasing like a big mouse or something like that. He's got a big what do you call those? The mouse trap and all that. He's trying to catch a mouse. I don't know. It's kind of goofy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of goofy and all that. But again, Stacy, thank you for coming on and all that. I know it was short notice and all that, and hopefully we'll get you on TFP again sometime when you stop hauling cars and shit like that. So, as that being
Sounds
said,
good.
I don't have a sign off and whatever. So thank you for listening to episode one of Beans, Leaves, and Greens, and I'll see you when I see you. Have a good one. Bye bye.